Meet Maya. Maya has $23,000 in debt, $8,500 on a credit card at 22%, $6,200 on a personal loan at 11%, $4,800 on a car loan at 6%, $3,500 on a medical bill at 0%. She has $400 extra every month to throw at debt, so she does what feels right. She splits the $400 evenly across all 4 debts, $100 to each one. Feels fair, feels organized, feels like progress. 18 months later, her total debt has barely moved. Because while Maya was spreading $100 across 4 debts, her 22% credit card was silently adding $157 in new interest every single month. She was paying $100 toward a debt that was growing by $157. Net progress on that card after 18 months. Negative. Maya is not bad with money. Maya has never been taught the order. Welcome to FinFinance. Today, we are talking about the exact order to pay off debt that saves you the most money, and why the way most people do it quietly costs them thousands of extra dollars and years of extra time. Subscribe and tap the bell. In a few minutes, you will know the correct order, and the one number on each of your debts that decides where every extra dollar should go first. Before we get to the order, you need to see what debt is actually costing America right now. As of Q2 2026, the average credit card APR in America is 22.15%. The average American carries $6,715 in credit card debt. At 22.15% interest, paying only the minimum payment of around $132 per month, it takes over 7 years to pay that balance off. 7 years. And the total interest paid over those 7 years is roughly $3,610. $3,610 paid to a bank for borrowing $6,715. That is paying back more than half the original balance in pure interest alone. And that is just credit cards. Total U.S. household debt hit $18.8 trillion in Q1 2026. $18.8 trillion. Most of that is mortgages, but credit card debt alone sits at $1.25 trillion. And credit cards are the only major debt category where the interest rate has stayed above 20% while balances are at record highs. Here is the number that stopped me. According to the most recent Wallet Hub research, 42% of Americans believe they will have credit card debt for their entire life. Not just right now. Their entire life. That is not a debt problem. That is an order problem. And the order is fixable, starting today. Picture a clogged kitchen drain. You need to empty a full sink of water, so you start pouring more water in, trying to fill the sink so the pressure pushes the water through faster. But the clog decides the drain speed, not you, not how hard you pour, not how much water you add. The clog is the bottleneck. Until you fix the clog, everything you pour in just adds to the backup. That is exactly what high-interest debt does to your money every month. The interest charge is the clog. While you are splitting your $400 across 4 debts, your 22% credit card is charging you $157 in interest before you even start. You are pouring water into a clogged drain. The pressure never builds because the clog keeps releasing it. Most people were never taught to identify the clog first. They were taught to make all their minimum payments, which is correct, but nobody told them what to do with the extra money after that. So they do what feels logical: spread it out. Pay a little extra on everything. Feel like they are making progress everywhere at once. But here is what the math actually shows. Spreading extra payments across multiple debts at different interest rates is one of the most expensive financial habits a person can have. The high-interest debt keeps growing in the background while you are making symbolic extra payments everywhere else. You feel busy, you feel responsible, but the clog is winning. There is a specific order, backed by math, that fixes the clog first. And once the clog is gone, everything drains faster than you can imagine. Here's the part that most financial videos completely skip, and it is the most important part of this video. There are 2 famous debt payoff methods, and the debate between them reveals something important about how your brain works with money. The first method is called the Avalanche. The Avalanche method means you pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first, regardless of balance size. Mathematically, this is the most efficient method. It saves you the most money in interest. Always. No exceptions. The second method is called the snowball. The snowball method means you pay off the smallest balance first, regardless of interest rate. Mathematically, this costs you slightly more. But research published in the Journal of Consumer Research found something the math alone cannot capture. People using the snowball method are significantly more likely to actually finish paying off their debt. More likely to finish, not because the math is better, because the psychology is better. Eliminating a debt entirely, closing an account for good, triggers a reward response in the brain that keeps people motivated through the long middle of a payoff journey. The Avalanche is the smarter car. The snowball is the car people actually drive to the finish line. Here is what this means practically. If you are disciplined, motivated by data, and your highest interest debt is not too large to attack, Avalanche wins. If you have tried to pay off debt before and quit, Snowball wins. Because the best debt payoff method is not the one that saves the most on paper. It is the one you actually finish. Be honest with me in the comments right now. Type a 1 if you have tried to pay off debt before and quit before you finished. Type a 2 if you are currently paying debt but not sure if you are doing it in the right order. Drop your number below. I want to know who I am talking to. Let us run the real numbers on what the wrong order actually costs. Take Maya's situation, $23,000 across 4 debts, $400 extra per month. If Maya splits her $400 evenly across all 4 debts, $100 each, here's what happens. Her 22% credit card charges $157 in interest every month. She pays $100. Net monthly progress on that card, negative $57. The card grows while she pays it. After 18 months of doing this, Maya has paid $1,800 toward her credit card, but the card has grown by $57 per month, adding $1,026 in net interest on top. Her actual remaining balance on that card? Barely lower than when she started. Now compare that to Maya using the correct order. She makes minimum payments on the personal loan, car loan, and medical bill. She throws the full $400 extra plus her minimum payment at the 22% credit card first. At that rate, the credit card is paid off in about 14 months. She pays roughly $1,100 in total interest on that card instead of watching it grow indefinitely. Then she takes the full amount she was paying on the credit card and rolls it into the personal loan at 11%. Then the car loan at 6%. Then the medical bill at 0%. Each debt falls faster than the one before because the payment amount keeps growing. Total time to pay off all $23,000, approximately 36 months. Total interest paid, approximately $2,800. Now compare that to splitting payments evenly. Same $400 extra, same $23,000 in debt. Wrong order, estimated payoff time, 52 plus months. Wrong order, estimated total interest, $4,900 plus. The correct order saves Maya approximately $2,100 and 16 months of her life. $2,100. Not from earning more, not from spending less, from changing the order on a piece of paper. Here is the rule. The correct order to pay off debt has 4 steps. Follow them in sequence and you eliminate debt faster, pay less interest, and never feel like you are going backward. Step 1. List every debt you have with 3 numbers next to each one. The balance. The interest rate, that is the APR, the annual percentage rate, which tells you how much the debt costs you each year. The minimum monthly payment. You need this list on paper or in a notes app before anything else. Most people have never looked at all their debts in one place at the same time. This step alone is often the most uncomfortable and the most powerful. Step 2. Make the minimum payment on every single debt every single month. No exceptions. Missing a minimum payment adds late fees, damages your credit score, and can trigger penalty interest rates. The minimum payment on every debt is non-negotiable. This is the foundation. Step 3. Take every dollar above the minimum payments and throw it at one debt at a time, not spread across everything. One debt. Which one? This is where you choose your method. If you are disciplined and data-driven, start with the highest interest rate first. Avalanche. If you have quit debt payoff plans before, start with the smallest balance first. Snowball. Both methods work. The one you finish is the right one for you. Step 4. When one debt is fully paid, roll the entire payment into the next debt. Do not absorb the extra cash back into spending. The moment a debt dies, its full monthly payment immediately moves to the next debt on your list. This is called the debt rollover, and it is the engine that makes this system accelerate as you go. The first debt takes the longest. The second debt goes faster. The third goes faster still. By the final debt, you are throwing everything you have at it, and it disappears faster than any of the others. Here is exactly what to do tonight. Open your phone. Open a notes app. Write down every debt you have. balance, interest rate, minimum payment. Then circle the one you are attacking first based on your method. That is it. That single list, written tonight, is the difference between Maya's 52 months and 36 months, between $4,900 in interest and $2,800, between debt that feels permanent and debt that has an actual end date. 42% of Americans believe they will carry credit card debt for the rest of their lives. Most of them are not bad with money. Most of them never learned the order. Now you know the order. The clog has a name. It has an interest rate. And tonight, for the first time, you know exactly which one to clear first. Hit subscribe and tap the bell. Every video on this channel gives you one more move the system never taught you. There is another video waiting on your screen right now. What you click next is the next decision your money is about to make.